Let's talk gear and what I keep in my camera bag to make my travel videos. So my philosophy to filmmaking is I want all the gear that I'll need for any shoot to fit into one bag. I don't want to be burdened by carrying multiple bags and having too much gear, because that will just be a pain. The bag that I use is a Low Pro Tactic 450. Now I love this bag. It's like Aladdin's cave. You can fit so much in here, it's crazy. It's so durable, it's tough. I've taken this on loads of hikes. I dump it in the forest, I dump it in the beach, I've been out in the rain. It can take a beating and it's kept all my gear good. The camera that I shoot with is a GH5, which I'm recording with right now. Now, a lot of the work that I do is video orientated, so it's perfect for me. I think it's the best camera on the market just now for video, especially at that price point. It's jam-packed with so many features. It's got 4K at 60, it's got super smooth slow motion at 120 frames per second, which I love. Now, there are some things I would like to be better with it. I would like the stills quality to be a little bit better, low light performance to be better, and the autofocus can be a bit temperamental. However, that's not a major issue for me, because to be honest, when I'm vlogging, if there's little issues with the autofocus, I don't really mind, and if I'm doing any other shoots, I'll switch to manual focus. So lenses, I shoot with native lenses, so I only use Panasonic lenses. I much prefer that than having to use an adapter. I use 4 lenses, which covers a wide variety of focal lengths. First of all, we have the Panasonic Lumix 12-35 version 2. Now this is a nice little lens. I like this. I use this for a number of things, but I'd say it's generally my day-to-day lens. If I'm going out and I can't be bothered taking my big backpack with me, I just want the camera lens, that'll be the lens that I'll take. We have the Panasonic Leica 12mm prime. Now I really like this lens, it's a beautiful lens. It's weather sealed, it's very durable, it's tough, it feels like a good quality lens, and the optical quality is fantastic on it. It's the most expensive lens, it is very expensive, just over £1,000. However, it is a very good lens. This is what I use exclusively for my gimbal. I use it for all my gimbal shots. I'll also use it for portraits because it has a fast aperture at 1.4, so it gets that nice blurry background. Next we have the Panasonic Lumix 100-300mm. This is the cheapest lens I have, but it's one of the ones that I use most often. I really like this lens for the price. It's fantastic value. I'll use this for wildlife photography. I'll use it for portraits. It gives a nice shallow depth of field, blurry background, and I'll also use it for some landscape if I'm wanting to zone in particular detail. Final lens that I use, which I'm shooting with just now, is a Panasonic Lumix 7-14mm. It's a really nice lens. I use that pretty much most of the time on the Gorilla Pod when I'm vlogging. I'll use it for street photography, landscape photography, or if I'm shooting in quite a confined space. So drone, use the DJI Mavic Pro. Now I love this little guy. It is such a good drone. The fact that you can get a fantastic image, 4K, in such a small body, you can stick it in your backpack, is absolutely incredible. It's unbelievable, it is so good. You don't have to carry about an extra big backpack carrying a huge drone, which is an absolute bonus. It's amazing. It's such a luxury to just be able to whip this out of the bag and just get a quick shot if you need to. Stabilisation, I have 2 main forms of stabilisation that I keep in my bag. First, I'm using that just now for the video, is the Gorilla Pod. The model that I use is the Joby Gorilla Pod Focus with Ball Head X. It's a really tough, durable piece of equipment and I really like it. That's probably a thing in my camera bag that is the go-to piece of equipment. I use that almost every day. I'll use that when I'm vlogging. I'll use that if I want to take a time lapse. I'll use that for landscape photography. I'll just set it down. It's so handy to have in situations where you've not got your tripod, you can't be bothered carrying along your tripod. Next is the Zhiyun. Next is the Zhiyun Crane 3-axis gimbal. This isn't the newest one, it's actually, I think, the first model, but the second version of the model. First model, second generation. Now, this is a fantastic piece of kit and it's something I've been guilty of not using in the past, but I'm trying to make a big effort now to use it every time I'm filming because it just steps up your production value so much. It looks fantastic and really makes your footage look so much better. Audio. Now, audio is a big part of making videos that can often be overlooked, but it's just as important as the visuals, if not more important in a lot of circumstances. In my camera bag I have two pieces of equipment that I use for audio. First is the Rode VideoMic Pro. This is a good little microphone. It's certainly a lot better than the inbuilt audio in the GH5. I like this. I find the little door for putting the battery in a little bit annoying, a little bit fiddly, and I'd like it to power on when I turn on the camera, which I know the newer models do. This one doesn't. There's been a couple of times that I forgot to put this on and I've lost the audio, but it's good because you've got a couple of options for turning up the decibels, for getting a little bit louder audio when you're outside, so it's a good microphone. Next have the Zoom H4n Pro, which I'm actually recording with right now with a lav mic. Again, I really like this piece of equipment. It adds so much more to the production value when you use it effectively. A lot of the time when I'm making videos, I'll use this as a field recorder, so I'll go outside and record ambient sounds, whether it's outdoors in a crowd, whether I record the ocean, whether I record waterfall, rivers. I like recording sound from locations that I go to and incorporate that into the video. I think it makes it just a little bit more special and it makes it a lot better and a lot more dynamic. So that's all the camera equipment I keep in my bag. It's quite a lot of equipment to have in the bag, to be fair. It does get quite heavy when you're walking about with it all day. However, it's good to have all this equipment to have. There's nothing worse when you're out and you wish you had a piece of equipment and you've not got it and it's frustrating. So I like keeping all mine with me and I've got it to hand should I need it. I hope that helps, and if it doesn't, I hope you at least enjoyed watching it a little bit. If you've got any questions, then put them down below. I'll also include a link to all the gear below in case you want to check it out yourselves. So if you liked the video, give it a wee like. I'm just about to go on a year travel around Europe making travel videos. So if you want to come along, check some of them out and subscribe. Until next time, see you later.